So, as you all can see, today we are playing Malenia. Malenia, Brood of Miquella, who has never known defeat, and also the bane of my existence during my Elden Ring run. Sort of. Yes, actually. No, she was. Her fight gave me a tough time, but I've been wanting to draw her. Like, now that like, I fought her a while ago, but I've been trying to figure out, like, a concept of how I want to draw her, but then I realized that I haven't actually drawn a full, like, a full scale, like, fully rendered illustration since February, I think? It was kind of bad. I think my last, let me find it. My last illustration, I think, was this one. If it loads. Before, like, since then, I've only done smaller scaled stuff. So, like, things that didn't take as much, like, time or effort. And, oh god, I'm paying for it now. Because I was, like, trying to figure out, I was like, oh my god, like, how do I... how do I draw? How do I render? But, so that's why I didn't stream this one from the start, and I'm streaming it during the rendering process. Because I had to get back into kind of the swing of things as I was doing the face here. And now that I kind of maybe somewhat remember how I bullshit my way through art, I can continue in front of everybody. And then you can all see how I bullshit my way through art. Me and my 50,000 layers. So far, the layer count is 47. Oh gosh. Probably because, like, I'm the type of person who gets very paranoid. And I'll just, like, make a layer for everything. Almost. Almost. Just because then if I make a mistake, I can just, like, get rid of it. I like, especially, like, if I'm experimenting with something, then I'll make a new layer for it. Like, I did it with, like, the rot, for example. Like, that was like, kind of its own layer somewhere. I don't know. Or even, like, here with, like, the gold. As I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do that effect. But, let's see. So I think, yeah, see here, that's, like, most of the rot. The scarlet rot. I'm trying to, like, somewhat keep it, not too many layers, maybe just a little, like, at least, I don't know. Like, I'll start all on the same layer, and then I'll move on to, like, the other layers to, like, add other stuff. But I'm trying to think now. I think before I started the stream, I was trying to figure out, to make sense of how I drew her hair. Because before it was like this, and, like, that doesn't make much sense to me when I'm trying to, like, render later. So I kind of blocked it off like this for now. So we'll see. Also, when I get to rendering the hair, that's when I will tackle that. That's a later problem. For now, I want to do the helmet. So Malenia has a lot of details on her helmet, and I'm not 100% sure how I want to do that just yet. I was thinking of doing, I may have to do, I know I just said I was gonna do less layers, but I think I'm gonna have to add more layers, because I want to do the little effect that that clip has where it'll add the outline. I think it'll be the easiest way for me to do her helmet without giving myself too much grief. So let's see here. This thing. Yeah. Should I use my pencil? I think I'll just use my regular brush. Okay. I'm actually gonna move my... Alright, let's... Oh god, how do I even begin? I'm looking like back and forth between my reference. Let me see. Maybe I'll start with the top part of her helmet. I'm actually gonna pick this color. And I'm also recording speed paint for this that I will later have to edit, because like I'm recording my entire screen rather than just using Clip's speed paint function of time-lapse. Because Clip's time-lapse will just record like your entire canvas, and then it'll like it'll record your entire canvas like this basically, and it'll show what you do, but it won't really I don't know, I feel like it doesn't capture enough. Like, I like seeing, like, the different brushes, all the different colors, and, like, how many, like, where exactly, like, the mouse, like, what, you know, someone's doing at any point in time during the process. That's just my, opinion, though. So, let's see. Copy. I think I need to make it thicker. Like, yeah, that much. What number is that? 10? Okay. Oh, she's got the funky pattern going on. Maybe actually what I should do is draw it out a little, like at least like the outline. At the bottom. Yeah, there we go. I've realized as I stream more, and like as I have to, because you know when you stream you gotta talk, I'm very bad multitasking in that sense. Like, I'm bad at talking and doing something at the same time. Like, I've had people even, like, send me a video. It's like a TikTok, I think. It was like me when I try to explain, or like do raid callouts in Final Fantasy. And it was just like, yeah, and, fucking, you know, and I'm like, yeah, okay. That's basically how I do my callouts. So, which is why I will never ever be tasked with doing callouts, because I can't process that much at once. It just doesn't, my brain just can't handle it. But I think that's one of those things that maybe like slowly get better with time. Like, some people have it right away, but some people like me may need to just develop it. Surely I'll get better. Surely. Okay, she has this other funky thing going on. actually think I'm gonna make yet another layer 4. Hehe. And I'm gonna make this one. Oh, I'll make it below. Oh god. I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at this whole bit up here. And I'm just like, oh god. I'm lost. Oh, I'm so lost. Okay. I think I just need to pick a point and just start. Or maybe what may help. Oh my! Hello! Dude with a bucket! Thank you! Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you enjoy my incessant ramblings. What is this layer? What the? Oh, here we are. Huh. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do the entire outline of that top part, so that way I can give myself, like, a bit of a marker. Or not a marker, like landmarks? There we go. I think that's what I mean. Kind of landmarks. What to work with. Just thought I'd drop by and give a follow to a fellow art streamer that I find on Twitch. Oh, thank you! A fellow art streamer, so I'm assuming that, based off that wording, that you also stream art on here? Jacket off? Oh! Oh, okay, hang on. I think it was this toggle. Ooh. Yeah, should be. Did it? I'm like watching like my stream, but I don't know if my jacket off toggle worked or not. I don't think it did. YouTube Studio? Hold on. Correct? Ah! I mean, if you'd like to drop like your socials or like even Twitter or something, I could take like, just so I could take a peek. I always get curious. As I try to figure out why my jacket off toggle decided to not work. You may just see my VTube Studio UI just real quick. Quick second here. 3 seconds? No, actually, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. No, it's okay. I'll figure out the jacket off the toggles. It was working earlier today. I don't know why it's not working now. You don't want to drop it? Oh, okay, it's okay. Then I'll take a look later. I mean, I don't mind personally, like, especially because I'm asking. I feel like if people like just come in here and they're like, oh, here are my socials, like, just out of nowhere, then that's like a little odd, but I feel like if I'm asking, I don't. But if you don't feel comfortable, like, obviously you don't have to. But I'm curious, what, like, do you mainly draw, like, fan art, or, like, originals? Or is it more like digital art as well, or like traditional? I'm curious because I like to hear about other people's like art as an artist. I just don't want to take your viewers away from your stream. Oh, alright, fair enough, fair enough. Then I will do some poking around myself at some point. Actually, this part's like... I'll join your Discord though. Oh, perfect, thank you. Sure, I'll see you there. I'll see you there afterwards. I feel like I'm putting in too much effort for like a line that's just there to be like a landmark for me. My link is invalid. Okay, hang on. I'll get a new link. Invite people. Copy. I'm just gonna drop it in chat. Dude, Discord like server invite links have like a time limit? Because I thought you could set it to like what's his face? Just kind of work forever. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you could make it so it doesn't expire. Oh goodness, all the tech issues are happening today. It's like, everything was working fine, but then as soon as I went live, it was like, I think actually everything will stop working. I'm like, okay, thanks. Oh, yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Wait, if I edit invite link, expire after never? Generate a new link? Okay. Now it should be okay. I'll edit the panel itself in a bit. But yeah, I know there's an option to make it never expire. I guess I just maybe forgot to like toggle it or something. I don't know. But I could have sworn I did. Could have sworn I did back in the day. Alright, malenia. What is going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just me and technology do not get along sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, technology, I'm so great at it. I'm just that guy. And then other times I'm like, what am I doing? What is a computer? I'm active on Discord more than anything, to be honest. That is fair. I feel like, honestly, me too, just because, like, that's where a lot of my friends, like, chat. Yeah. I find that I'm on Twitter a lot, though, as well. Even if I'm not posting stuff, because I, like, sometimes will go into, like, a bit of a time period where I just don't draw or, like, post anything for a long time. But I'm still, like, around, lurking. Oh, wait a minute. She's got, like, funky swirly going on. Yeah, I'm really trying to lower my screen time, though. But it's just hard. The pull. I just can't help it. I just get nosy. I like to see what, like, people are up to. Especially, like, my mutuals and stuff, right? Yeah. I stream way too much, to be honest. Oh, really? I mean, there are people who stream like daily. I feel like when it comes to like people who mainly stream, like I find them online like every day. $134 in 2 months. Good. Sheesh. It's not bad though, like if you're enjoying it and like you're not burning yourself out. And you know, like with that many hours, like you're bound to grow, right? So I feel like it's fine. There's nothing to worry about. Do you mainly like stream art or do you also stream games sometimes? Malenia, what is going on with your helmet, man? I can only do art due to my computer not being strong. Oh, yeah. That's fair. Art streams are definitely easier on the computer. Though I'm sure like there's some games that are not too bad. But yeah, I get you. But that's kind of nice too, though. Like, I feel like it's nice to have a variety, but it's also nice if you just mainly do one thing. Because, like, it gives you more of, like, a strong brand, or, like, people know what they're gonna get when they come to your stream, you know? Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm very indecisive. So I stream a bit of both. Though I find that when it comes to art, I'm not very comfortable, like, sketching on stream. Because I don't really know what I'm... My sketch phase is, like, it's so messy. Because I don't know what I'm doing, like, half the time. I just kind of go, like, random bullshit, go! Until something works. So I like to, like, wait until I have, like, a solid plan, and then I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm comfortable, like, enough to stream this art piece. Like, that was what was happening with this Malenia one. I think I started the sketch, like, last night. Also, would you mind if I friended you on Discord, just, like, for collabs or something? Let me... see... Usually I keep my Discord, like, friend list, just mainly to people that I, like, have spoken to more. And with collabs, like, I'm usually open to it. I'll kind of, like, take a look at things around later and, like, I'll reach out. If that's okay? Like, I'll get back to you. Just because that, like, the Discord that I use in my, server, it's, like, also my personal one. It's a bit of both. It's, like, my personal one and my, like, stream one. Yeah? Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah! I think a collab would be fun. At some point, for sure. What are you into mainly, though? Like, in terms of, I guess... I don't know if you heard me when I asked the question. I was just, like, wondering what kind of stuff you drew mainly. Like, if it's, like, fan art, or, like, original, or... If you don't mind me asking, of course. If you'd rather not answer that. It's no problem. Fan art and anime related stuff? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too, me too, me too. Hmm. What anime related stuff have you been into lately? So I feel like I've mainly been more into games these days, almost, rather than like shows. Though I have a couple of shows from like the past couple seasons that I've really enjoyed. Like I know I was really into like, or I am still. I'm still into like Free Ren and like Dungeon Meshi and Witch Hat. Witch Hat is getting an anime soon, but that's a manga that I've been reading like for a long time. I've been drawing Rose from the wrong way to use healing magic. Oh, I've never heard of that one. I've never heard of that one. I'm gonna Google it. Oops. It's called the wrong way to use healing magic. Images. Oh wait, maybe I should do Rose. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Interesting. Okay, strong woman, love it. What? Okay. I'll look into it. Maybe I'll look into it. Yeah, I've noticed like as I've grown older, I've gotten more into like fantasy animes. Like when I was younger, like in my teens, I was more into like the like shonens and whatnot. But now I'm like, I found that fantasy animes have a death grip on me now. That's the same reaction I've gotten from another person I follow as I mention her. I mean, look at her. Listen, I saw a lady in armor, and then like one of the images I saw was like her picking up like she was like carrying what like a boulder or something. I don't know. It looked heavy, and I was like, okay, hello, hello. I'm always here for a strong woman. I just can't refuse, you know? Like, I... What's going on? Okay, this one should be over this one. Can we be friends then? Perhaps, perhaps. You're the same way? Yeah. I think a lot of people, especially these days, are like that. They see strong woman and they're like, ah, neuron activation. Which I think I like this like direction that society seems to be going in. I think we can all benefit from strong women. And then who can beat me up? So what's that show about? I didn't read the synopsis while I was doing some Googling. I just went straight to Google Images and like searched the character up. But I'm curious now. After seeing her. Because, like, it seems like it's obviously like a fantasy type of show. Based off just even the name alone. So, it's probably better if I watch it. Fair enough. I think I saw a Crunchyroll link when I was Googling, so it should be okay. I'll add it to like the list. It may take me a while. I'm like notoriously bad at like watching shows. It could definitely give a better story than I can. That's fair, that's fair. I feel like I'm also really bad at like summarizing things. Someone's like, oh, what's this about? And I'm like, oh. And then I just go to Google and I pull up a synopsis because I couldn't tell ya. Not in a way that would do, like, the show or whatever justice, unfortunately. But yeah, I just came to drop by and give a follow on an artist I see on Twitch and try to support them by watching and giving follows. Well, thank you! That's a very nice thing. It's nice to see that, you know, artists supporting artists. It's like a thing I like about the community. And yeah, I will be sure to check out your stuff as well after stream. And I will also fix my links. Also after stream. What is going on with your helmet? I say for the 15,000th time. Oh wait, she's like... It's kind of like going a little lower at the top. Or like, oh, okay, wait. Liquefy. Save me, liquefy. It's like maybe a little like this. I don't want to liquefy too much because then it looks like squelched. Thankfully, this part of the helmet is going to be like covered by her sword. So I don't have to worry too much about that part. But now I have to do the holes. Oh. Maybe like, oh. Okay, I'm gonna try making a layer underneath. Seeing what happens if I start making holes. And I just have to hope that I gave myself enough space. I think it'll be okay. Because, like, the holes on our helmet go down pretty far. It's just closer to the back, they, like, stop a little higher up. But I think we're ballin'. I think so. I could feel my eye twitching. Yeah, that's not good. I was working on this drawing earlier as well. Before stream, so I think that might be why my eye is giving me a little bit of a hard time, but that's not good. I did give myself a break earlier though, so I'm not really sure what happened. Or I guess, yeah, actually I don't, could it be the stream? It probably is, to be honest. Also gotta figure out what happened to my toggles, because they were working just fine earlier today. Literally earlier today, I was like messing around with like my, or when I was making the thumbnail, I was like going through some of the toggles to see if they could fit, but like for some reason, no, it just didn't work. Oh wait. My numb lock was on. Oh, I feel like a dumbass. Okay. Oh god, I feel so stupid. I was like going through, I was like, oh, is that like a problem with my YouTube studio? Or like, what's going on? No, no, no. It's because I have it on my number pad, and I forgot to click the, like, it was locked. Okay, okay. Okay. Big dumbass moments. I think it should have been okay though, because I don't think like anything that should have been shown was shown. I think. Eesh. Mm. Just bad. Ah! Girl, let me draw. Oh my god. My goodness. Does she have her clothes behind the wing? I don't think she does. No, she doesn't. It doesn't look like she does. If you see like one eye closing randomly, it's because it's twitching and I'm like trying to like press on my eyelid a little bit. Okay, let me see. So let's go here. Oopsie. To 10 again, and see what we can do with these wings here. Because she's got these wings on her helmet. So it's like, they come in from like this part. Where's our other... Oh, here we go. I need to, like, get that reference image. Oh, is my clip okay? Okay, she's okay. I need to get my two references a little closer to each other so that way I don't have to keep on, like, going back and forth. Yeah. Okay. So they... Okay, so that part does go all the way around. I honestly haven't even figured out what I want to do for the background of this drawing just yet. Like, I have her, like, her room, her great room, that I kind of want to put over here, maybe. But other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking maybe the, her butterflies? Possibly. Like the raw butterflies. And maybe, big maybe on this one, the nascent ones. I'm not sure. I'm like more leaning towards like some of the like the rock butterflies, like. But we'll see when I get there. Maybe I'll get like a better idea when I get there. So I'm actually up. Okay, I'll just make a new layer. I was gonna try to merge those two layers, but then it made a whole new outline for like the little design on her helmet here. And I was like, oh, that's not really... I don't want that outline to get even thicker on the outside. Alright, Malenia, what is going on over here? So she's got... It looks like 2 layers of feathers. Quote unquote, like just on the wings of her helmet. Okay. Okay. Hello, Jail. Welcome. I'm back. I'm back from that week of a really, really busy week. How have you been? Thank you! Oh my gosh. There was a lot that was happening that week. It was like... everything like lined up right after each other. It was like my birthday on like the Monday or something, and then I was like, I had like plans with people on like the Tuesday and the Wednesday. Or no, it was like Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hang on, I'm trying to think. It was like a convention as well. Thank you, Jail, thank you. I've aged yet another year. Oh. You've been grinding? Fair. That is so fair. I'm trying to think what was happening that week. I feel like I have to look at my like calendar. So the 18th. Yeah, the 18th I was out with my friend. Because I had an appointment and she was like, oh, I'll go with you, we'll make a day of it. To celebrate my birthday. And then the 19th I was with family from the actual day of. And then the 20th I was also celebrating my birthday with someone else. With my partner. And then the 21st I was out again, but not for my birthday. This was like just another random outing. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it was convention. There was a convention in Toronto. So I was out. I was gone. I was getting home late. Another year closer to that day. I can't tell if you mean like death or something else. It hit different, yeah. Conventions hit very different. I really love like con season. So like it's really fun to like just know it's that day. Okay. I will keep that in mind. But yeah. Yeah, conventions are so much fun. I go with like depending on the convention, like I sometimes go with really big groups. I think there's like one convention in late May that happened, and like with that one I think we were like a group of what, 8? Yeah. Yeah, we were like a group of 8, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm forgetting someone, I really hope I'm not, because like those are my friends. But then with the one that I went to recently, we were like a group of 4, so like I feel like that's a good size. You've never been to one? Are there any nearby? They're very fun, but be prepared to 1, spend a lot, and 2, like, deal with crowds. Because, maybe because the one that I went to, like I went to, like, Fan Expo Toronto. So, like, 1, it was a big city, 2, it's Fan Expo. So I feel like Fan Expos in general are usually, like, quite crowded. Oh, you don't know if anything? Yeah, that's fair if you know nothing about them. That is fair. I feel like different people go to conventions for different reasons. The biggest thing that made me want to go to conventions was like to go to an artist alley. And like, oh my god, the first time I went to a convention I spent so much money. Because I was like, oh my god, my first artist alley, and then I just, oof, I broke them. I didn't, like, I was young, so like, it's fine. Yeah, you love the crowd? If you love the crowd, then I think you'll be okay. It was very, like, yeah, if you love talking to people, it's nice. It is very nice. Sometimes, like, you meet new people as well. There's a lot of stuff that happens, like, I'm trying to think, like, I guess I'll kind of go based off what I've seen. There's, like I said, there was the artist alley, which is, like, where a bunch of artists will be, like, tabling and selling their merch, like, their artwork. Whether it's, like, prints, charms, or, like, a bunch of other stuff. It just kind of, like, you know, maybe, like, if you follow artists online, like, they may be at a convention or something at some point. So, like, that's always fun. And then there's also a lot of people that like to cosplay. And because of that, then there's like these cosplay like meetups or like photo shoots. So like they'll be like, oh, on this day at this time, there'll be like the like Jujutsu Kaisen meetup or something, right? And like a bunch of people who are cosplaying characters from that series will show up at that place, and then they'll like take photos together and like just talk or whatever. I have a friend who like goes to these meetups often. Like whenever they're happening at a convention, she'll plan her cosplays so she can make it to like the meetups. Yeah, yeah. I haven't been to one. I went to one like as like a non-cosplayer just to like observe, but I haven't been to one while cosplaying. I'd like to. I missed out last year. I had a Fern cosplay from Freerun, and I just didn't realize that it was happening. So I'm kind of sad that I missed out on it, but if it's happening again next year, I'd like to attend. It's very fun. I think there's also New Year cosplay, yeah. I've done a couple. I did Fern from Freerun, and then I did a Femme Wolfwood paired with like a friend who was doing like Femme Bash from Stampede specifically, which was fun. I did the Wolfwood one for that convention, but they didn't have a Trigun meetup, so we didn't go to like there was like no photo shoot happening, and we were like, oh, very sad. Yeah, it's okay. It was still fun to go around because then like artists might like, or just people in general, like they'll recognize you, or if there happen to be people that are like cosplaying from the same series on that day, they'll be like, oh my god, like you'll have like a little moment where you'll have like pointing, like you know the Spider-Man pointing meme, like it's like that. That's what it feels like. And sometimes like you'll randomly start like talking to people while you're just walking around the convention. Like there was literally a guy that I was like talking to. Like I was just looking at like prints or like pins or something, and like he came up and we just like started chatting. Like, oh, have you played like Monster Hunter? And I'm like, I played like the teensiest little bit of World. But I'm like, and like we were just like chatting about like Monster Hunter, and then there's another guy that was like, I was like looking at prints at this table, and like he was like talking about Elden Ring, and I was like, ah, Elden Ring, because I was looking at Elden Ring prints, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. Hello. Yeah, it's very fun. I like the social aspect of it. It's just nice to see people who are like into the same things as you, like just a bunch of them in one place. They're gonna have to speak competitive when talking to you. I mean, maybe. Actually, I think at Fan Expo, I don't think you're gonna like this. Because I just realized what game they were playing. So there was a little like there was a giant like projector screen and like a bunch of seats, and you can just sit down and watch people play like shooters and stuff. Except most of the time, it was the shooter that you're not very fond of. I don't know how you feel about it now, but I feel like I remember you not being very fond of it when you first started coming to my streams. The one that starts with a V. But like, so like there are people like depending on the convention, like there are people who like those kinds of games. There's a market for it. It depends though, yeah. I feel like with that kind of stuff it's more not the worst shooter to touch games. Okay, so you still feel that way about it. Cool, cool, cool. That's good to know. One of my friends from back in high school actually like plays that game and like she streams it sometimes. Except I haven't really talked to her very much, so like it feels really weird to pop in her stream and be like, hey, surprise. Especially because I'm not really like into shooters, but like yeah, she like puts it like on her Instagram, like her personal Instagram. Because I have an Instagram that I use like, you know, for people that I know like from school and stuff. And then I have like an art Instagram that I rarely ever use, to be honest. Surprise, remember me? I think she will. Like I've talked to her like within the past year. I just think that like showing up to her Twitch randomly would be like, I don't know why I'm so like averse to it. Maybe it feels like because it feels like two worlds are colliding. Especially because her content is so different from mine. She's like a face cam, like shooter game kind of streamer, and I'm just like VTuber, um, random bullshit go streamer. Which, like, I don't think it matters that much. It may just be like, just me being like, ah, because it's like a new space, I guess, that I'm seeing her in. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I've spoken to her like within the past year, but I haven't seen her in how many years? 5 years? 6 years? 5 or 6 years. That's kind of crazy to think about. Does it matter? Yeah. Yeah. I know I can always just pop in the chat and be like, hey, guess who? Hit me. I don't think she'll mind. I think like she would, like, I'd like to think like she'd be like happy to be like, oh my god, like, an old friend kind of thing. 5 to 6, damn, yeah. Like, high school. She was one of my friends from high school, but we didn't go to the same university. So, um, I haven't really seen her since high school because our universities weren't even close. Like, I went to a university that was an hour away from our hometown, and I think she went like 2 to 3, or no, it was like probably 3 to 4 hours away from our hometown. So like, and you know, when you go to university, like, you meet new people, you make new friends, and like, it's very rare that you keep in touch with people that you knew in high school after you go off to university. I think you have to have a very like special kind of friendship to do that, or like just a very specific kind of friendship to do that, because oddly enough, the people that I am like, I'm still in touch, I would say, with like 2 people. Yeah, 2 people that I knew from my high school days. Like, these are people that I will like regularly like talk to and I will regularly go out with. And like, they weren't even my best friends back in high school. Which is interesting. It's very interesting who you end up keeping in touch with and who you like kind of fall out of, like, you know, who you don't really contact anymore as much. Obviously, like, it is a two-way street. You're still in touch with a lot of people? That's fair. That's good though. Yeah, if you're a huge doctor. I find it's easier to just keep in touch with people from university than high school. Maybe. I don't know. Even then, it kind of depends. I'm like, I like to talk to people, but I think my thing is, I'm very, like, selective when it comes to acquaintance versus friend. Like, I will gladly talk to you and, like, I will, like, chill and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that, like, I'm suddenly friends with someone. Maybe, like, that's just me, but it takes me a little, like, it takes a little more to, get to that point. Yeah, I'm like, people that you, like, just, I guess, kind of. I feel like talking to people versus, like, hanging out with them are 2 different things. Like, you can talk to people, like, occasionally, but that doesn't, or, like, you can still kind of keep in touch with people through text and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that you, like, you will go and, like, see them, you know? I kind of was talking more like friends slash just people that I talk to. Maybe it's because I also just don't talk to people who are not my friends very often. um, that's probably what it is. If you talk to people who you're not, like, technically, who you wouldn't consider friends, then, like, that's cool. That's great. Like, it's nice to, like, be social. But I was talking more so, like, yeah, like a friend aspect. Like, regular. You only got 2? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like 2 is more than enough. 2 is enough. If you have 2 good friends, that is better than, like, 10 shit friends. And I'm saying this as someone who was a part of, like, a bigger friend group versus a smaller friend group. Like, I've been in both, and I just kind of... That's kind of my take. Yeah, big standard for you core friends, absolutely. I feel like you should. As you should. You can be friendly with people and whatnot. That doesn't make you, like, friends all of a sudden. I think, like, I'm a big believer in that. You kind of have to show that, like, you are going to be there the long haul for me to really call you a friend, or just kind of, like, even just in terms of, like, dynamic. Depends. Yeah, that's fair. Though I feel like when it comes to telling someone anything, even then, it depends. I can't, like, there's some friends that I can tell some things to, and there's some friends that I can tell other things to. It kind of depends. Though, again, this is like a me thing. I struggle what to open up in general. Like, this is something that even, like, the people that I'm closest to, like my partner, even, like, struggles to get me to open up about, like, my struggles, especially. Like, if I'm, like, having the rough of it, it'll be kind of obvious because I'm acting off, but then I won't say anything. Hello, welcome back! There's people I knew since 5th grade that I still don't call friend. You could say my standards are very high, but it is what it is. That is fair. I'm gonna be honest, I am not in contact with, like, anybody... No, wait, that's a lie. I would say I have the, like, socials of this one girl who I have known since 3rd grade. And which is interesting. But then, like, for her and I, like, I don't know, we were best friends back when I was, like, in grade 3. But after that, like, you know, I went to a different middle school. Oh my god, where is this? There it is. And then we kind of stopped, like, talking. Young besties, yeah, way back in the day. I did kind of reach out to her semi-recently because she posted something relatable on her story, and I was like, oh my god. And, like, we had, like, slight chats. I feel like she wouldn't be opposed if I was to say, hey, like, it's been so long, let's hang out. Because I was, like, best friends with her back in, like, grade 3 through, like 5 or 6 or something. And then... And I think, like, we hung out one time while we were, like, in university. But it's because, like, I don't talk to her so often. I don't know if I would consider her, like, a friend, per se. But there's another girl who I've known since grade 6. And, like, she and I are still, like, in contact so regularly. I think she just recently, like, she was abroad and she recently came back, so I have to, like, reach out and be like, hey. what's happening, where you at. And like when I'm saying like grade 6, I like keep in mind I've graduated university, so this is like more than 10 years ago. I would say those are two exceptions of people that like I've known for a long time that I still keep in somewhat contact with. Um, Other than that, I still have people from high school on my social media, but I only keep up or like actually hang out with like one. And then there's university, which like I guess maybe two. But that doesn't count online friends, because online friends, then that's a whole other thing. I've got two online friends who are like, I would consider, you know, some of my best friends, obviously. And I've been friends with one of them since I was in like grade 10. Yeah. So like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now? 8 years, I think. I think we just like are hitting 8 years. And one of them was like a little bit later, kind of like we were always around the same spaces, but we weren't friends until like later. But the two people I call friend, both of them we talk to every day for hours, that is totally fair. And hopefully, by the way, I like was rambling on about friends. I hope your routes of following streamers today went well. I hope you found some new people whose content will be enjoyable. Your online journey is so much. That's fair. I feel like everybody's online journey is a lot. Especially if you start young. Because I feel like I was out here making online friends way too early. Like, I should not have been doing that at that age. That's a whole other story. That I could go into. I could go into it. I remember an odd amount of it, I think. Even though there's some that I would have liked to, like, forget. There was a little, but most of them I already follow. That is fair. That is fair. I was like 15 different people. I was damn near a shapeshifter. Hello? I think you and I had very different online experiences, Jail. I don't think that's what I meant. Care to elaborate? What do you mean you were 15 different people? Do you mean to say you had like 15 different accounts? Or like 15 different personalities that you like took on in different like servers? Or... Also, I posted all my progress art I did in your Discord. Oh, let me take a look. Do I have like a sharing? Oh, I do have an art sharing channel. Oh, let me see. Dun, dun. Oh, very nice, very nice. Tis looking very good so far. I used to do a lot of social media. Oh, so I guess kind of like social media manager kind of thing? Oopsie. I meant to go this way. I was always just like myself, to be honest. Like I was thinking more like group chats. I'll explain, but after you didn't hear this from me, noted. I will purge it from my memory. Just need to go to my airbrush. I'll pretend like I didn't hear anything. My stuff was more so like I was in spaces that I probably like shouldn't have been in as like a 13-year-old. But obviously, like when you're 13, you don't really know better. You think you know everything, but then you don't. But then as I grew up, I was like, oh, like this is like kind of weird. I really, like, I'm lucky that nothing happened to me. But, oof. I don't keep, like, I was in, like, a whole different, like, group chat. This was, like, before Discord, even. It's, like, a thing. It was, like, I don't really know if it's still a thing, but, like, Kik, K-I-K, that was where I was. And then I think there was, like, at some point, like, me and the two girls, like, that I was closest to, we moved to, like, Skype. But, like, holy shit, dude. Even back then, though, I kind of had a feeling some of the vibes were off. I was like, these are situations that I'm, like, not really equipped to handle for some of them. Because who else didn't have to talk? Like, who, at that point, like, who didn't have to talk to a friend out of, like, a depressive episode, I should say. I don't really. At like 3 in the morning, at 13 years old. Hey. I'm glad though that now like an online friend group where it feels more like even just a regular like in friendship or with people that I just know in real life. Like sure we all have our moments, but you know, it feels more like an adult. Well, I mean, I guess because now, like back then I was a kid and now I am an adult. But it just feels like a long distance friendship with people that I've like known from like school or something. Even though I didn't really know them from school. We met in like art servers. Art servers and art streams. Trying to figure out how I'm like shading it out. But I'm just kind of bawling until something looks right. Yeah, sure, good enough. That's the real secret to art. Just have a reference and then bawl until like it looks decent. Did your message not send? I don't think so. The last thing from you I saw was I'll explain, but after you didn't hear this from me, I hate Twitch. This is like the second time it's happened, I think. I was like waiting. I thought you were just typing, and I was like, damn, like, Jail's got like an essay for me. Like, Jail's got like the tea. I'm about to get like the biggest lore drop of my life. And then the message didn't send. Oh god. Twitch wants me to stop typing these essays? I think so. There's probably a character limit. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch had a character limit. Back to typing. Yeah. Type like maybe do it in like small like batches. Like smaller sentences. That way it's easier for me to also like digest as I'm drawing. This brush is so interesting. I feel like it's got like a bit of color jitter. I think it does. Does it? I think so. I was trying to look at the brush things. I think it is. But I like it. I think it gives like the effect that I want, a little bit more dimension. Because I'm trying to do like the rust on like her helmet kind of. Jail, if you've sent something, it hasn't sent. Just this is your heads up. I'm forgetting that like the watercolor brush that I'm using is like right next to the what's its face? My regular rendering brush. Alright, let's see here. So I want to do the back of her helmet. Gotta give it a bit of shadows back there. Oopsie. That's all I'm saying here. It's like she's got like lines and stuff on this little design. Okay. Okay. Actually, am I? Alright, so, yes. Yes. Tell me. Spill the tea. I'll send them one by one and tell you when I sent them all. Okay, sounds good. Sounds like a plan to me. Why is so like dark? Maybe if I make a new layer, it'll be lighter. Oh, it is. Interesting. What an interesting brush. I don't even like. I guess this is one that I like downloaded from the asset store because it's like at the bottom of like my list of brushes. So I've cause to believe that this is from the asset store. Probably just a random textured brush that I found, and one day I was like, this one looks funky. That's just kind of how it goes. Like, every time I'm on the Clip Studio, like, asset store, I'm like, this one looks cool. Surely I'll have a use for it one day. And then sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I feel like I put too much on this layer. I'm actually gonna take this away. And just kind of try again. Try again. Just going through over something with like the 9 lines brush, just boing, it just helps. Just a little. And because it just breaks off, like, especially like here in the back of the helmet, I feel like I did too much with the texture. But just doing a nice little swipe with the 9 lines, I feel makes it look a lot better, a lot easier on the eyes. Malenia's armor is not super, like, at least her helmet. Maybe, oh, it depends. I was gonna say, it's not super shiny, but, like, I have 2 different references of her, and one of them is shiny and one of them is not. Like, in if one of my references of her is like her in game, and in that one, her helmet looks like a different like shade of gold, and it looks quite shiny. But I have a reference of her from Cinemat, like just the trailer. I think it was. I think it was like a trailer or like the opening sequence, like the opening scene. And her helmet does not look super shiny in that one. It looks actually rather dull and rusted. And I'm like, okay. I kind of like the dull and rusted look, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. I feel like I'm like mixing her in-game model and like the one from the opening scene a little bit, because like her in the opening scene, she didn't have like the scarlet lot way down here, but in the in-game model she does. But I liked having like the rot way down here. And then also like I'm doing like the helmet from like the opening instead of like her shiny one. Oh well. I think it'll be fine. I think like the more rusted one will look better with like this concept. Because I feel like if I go too shiny, it's gonna take away from what I want to be the focus, which is actually gonna be her sword here. Because I was gonna do, like, I was gonna actually draw stuff in the sword, and that's why I made it, like, kind of thick. Thicker than I normally would. So I wanna, like, and that's why that part is so bright, and the rest of where is so, like, dark. It's because I wanna draw stuff in that sword, and that is the focus of this piece, rather than, like, Malenia's, like, armor and helmet. So I don't wanna make it too shiny. Let's see. Maybe add a little bit like here. Maybe a little bit of like light reflecting. I think I was gonna do back lighting on this one. So we'll see. A little bit of it. Might be better if I do it with this color. Oh wait, not on that layer though. Let's see. Should have been on the other side. No. There. Okay, so that part of her helmet is done. Now I have to move. Ooh, my neck. I gotta move it up. Oh wait, I didn't do, I wanted to add a little glow here. Maybe. Maybe I like... Yep. What I might do, because, see, this is like gold on gold, is I'll probably do what I did with like her face. I'll do a little bit of an outline to make it a little easier to differentiate what is what. I can just, I'll select this part, and I'll go on with my airbrush and just make it a little less opaque. Yeah. Okay, we're making progress. We're making some progress. It only took me just, I think all I've done so far on stream was work on the helmet. Like I did like this, like these top details, and then I started shading with this part. Oh god. I'm always like, why do I take so long to draw things? I'm like, why do I never have any art to post? It's because I'm slow as fuck, dude. I'm so slow when it comes to drawing. Which is okay. Like, it's fine. Everyone draws at their own speed. I'm just slow because I get overwhelmed very easily. I'm like, whoa, there's so much to be done. And then, like, other times I'll, like, stare at something and I'll take a long time to think instead of just doing. Sometimes, like, you kind of just have to stop thinking and just do, you know? When it comes to, like, when it comes to drawing. Like, especially with this part, like, I was, like, staring at my reference and being like, how am I supposed to tackle this? But, like, once you just start, it starts to make, it makes sense. Like, you kind of figure out a way. So it looks like she's got 2 lines, okay. I feel like I'm talking a lot more about like my thought process today than I do normally. Or maybe that's because I streamed in so long, and last time I streamed art it was like emotes, which to me was very brainless. Oops, tablet, damn, just slipped on. Like, because I had already done most of the drawing, I was really just lining and coloring, so like, emotes didn't take me that much brain power to draw, at least. Not like something like this. So this I feel like, because it's it's like a full illustration, I have to think more, and I have to be more intentional with what I do. Even though I say I'm like, when I draw, I'm like, random bullshit go, which like, it's not, I'm not lying. It's like random bullshit go, but like, it's like educated guesses. Okay, so that's that. I don't think, okay, so I think I've done all of like the trim, or not trim, but like the little detailing she has on her helmet. So I should be okay to start shading it. Do her wings have any details? I think, is that like, are they like split down the middle? Oh, they kind of are. Hmm. Yeah, they kind of are. Okay. But I think that's like the kind of split down the middle that I would do with like rendering, so it should be okay. It's not like just a line that I'm drawing, it's like as I'm shading that wing, I'll like put more detail into it. Not like those lines that I was doing here. Okay. Let's see here. So let's start with this color. Select. With this piece I found that I've been a very big fan of like selecting the area that I'm working on and just doing like that instead of using clipping layers. But I think that's just because of the way that I've organized this file. Because the way that I organized the file was like I have like background stuff here, and then I have like literally all of like the base colors here, and then I have like shadow, 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 light. This was like my original sketch. This was like the lines that I'm using. And then I needed gradient maps to get the actual colors that I wanted. And then on top of all that, I started rendering using normal layers. So I think that's why like I can't really use clipping grip with this one because of just the way that I like did my colors. Alright, Jen, let's see here. So basically when TikTok and Insta was in its prime, I had 2 phones with multiple different accounts, and I was a huge editor for damn near anything. I would get a big following by doing different things on each account, and have a lot of different communities, and had different Discord servers for them all. I would be managing them all at that point. I was damn near talking with so many people. Not all was too good, but yeah, I would act myself, but just based on the type of stuff I posted and which account I was on. Oh gosh. I've been multitasking my ass off. Keeping up with the real life and online homies was wild, but this wasn't too long ago. I fell off of all my accounts and editing because I had a massive 3-year burnout to the point I hated the word edit. That honestly makes sense. Yeah, if you're editing like 16 hours a day for almost 2 years to keep up with that many accounts, like, that's just a lot. That is how, yeah, burnout prime right there. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, here we go. I went by so many names, but there was one name and account that was my main, is where it all started, but that burnout lasted so long it felt like jail. Took me. I was left from wanting to edit. That's where I came up with jail take, and I wanted to start playing games and things, so I just put gamer in it. That's why my name is jail take gamer. I put the underscore because I thought it would have made my name look cooler, which is fair. But when I just started streaming 2 months ago, I changed my name to just jail take so it can be easier to type and read, but people still get it wrong somehow. How do you get jail take? Yeah, I don't know. To be fair, yeah, I think sometimes when like words are just like mushed together, people tend to get it wrong. That's why I put the underscore in my name so that people know to call me T and not like well, before I was like TCH, like T underscore CH. So that way people don't call me Teach or something. But now I'm like T underscore like Eclipticus. And like I don't want people to call me like Teekly. Yeah, teach is wild. Like I'm not like it sounds like you're calling me like a teacher. I'm like, no, just T. Or like before that, my username on here was actually like just, you know, it was like something else, but like people would call me like it was like T and then there was like other stuff after it, but people would call me like, I don't know. It was almost like the first 2 syllables mostly, or like people just didn't really know what to call me, and I'm like, okay. This is when we start adding, like just doing the underscore and just leaving it be, because that way people know, I guess, to call me like the first thing before the underscore. It's like separating the name. I'm the only one that knows this? That is fair. That sounds like you did a lot. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, like, hopefully it was paid? I feel like if it was paid, it would have been at least a little bit better. But, like, if not, like, obviously, like, that maybe was, like, but that does sound difficult, but I get you. Burnout is honestly the worst. I think burnout was a big reason I also stopped streaming. It was all for fun, zero pay. Oh no. At that point, it's like, you kind of lose sight of what made it fun. So yeah, I get you, I get you, I get you. I was the same with streaming and art. Like, there was a couple reasons I actually stopped streaming for like an entire year. Year and a half almost. I had a couple of reasons that were outside of just like, oh, life got busy. Like, it was burnout, and I hated my old model. I hated my old model. I was like, I can't stand looking at my old model. So I was like, you know what? When I'm ready to stream again, I'll make myself a new model. And I'll just use that. I recently started editing again for almost a month now, and I'm thinking about doing a rerun. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good to hear. That means that, you know, you're kind of like recovering from all that, but it maybe this is my humble advice of just take it slow. Maybe don't run like 15 accounts. I think focusing on one account may be the way to go. That's kind of just so you don't like. This time it's so much easier to make money on TikTok now. Actually, yeah, right? If you're in America, it's not that bad, is it? Like, I think in America, like, if you are doing, like, the TikTok thingy, like, if you have a video that's over a minute long, you can get paid for it. But I'm in Canada. I can't do that. They don't have that here. Hello, welcome. Yeah, damn, I know. Because, like, I also, like, I did post on TikTok. Like, I kind of sometimes occasionally post on TikTok, but then I realized I can't even get paid for it. So I kind of was like, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't particularly enjoy posting on TikTok that much. Sometimes, like, it's like, haha, funny little trend, but I don't enjoy, like, um, having something to post, like, almost every day, or, like, trying to figure out TikTok's algorithm, because goodness gracious me. Like, some people are saying, like, oh, like, I post, like, 3 times in a day, and I'm like, what? Or they post, like, almost, like, they post, like, daily, basically. I feel like TikTok, like, rewards you if you post daily. And I just don't have, like, as an artist, I don't have that much content. It takes time. It takes so much time. That's time I could be using to draw. Like, I'll join in on, like, low-effort memes every once in a while, but, like, yeah. Just show raid leeches? Listen, we were talking about this earlier, and, like, low-key, like, sometimes I have debated doing, like, just Telegram blue streams where I just leech. Maybe I could do, like, streams where I'm learning a hard fight? Like SUBHL? Get to rank 200! Get to rank 200 in Grand Blue and then you can join me. Alex. You're gonna repeat, I gotta join and peak with? I will do my best. I will try my best to peak at least, like, here or on Twitter. Those are, like... I feel like Twitter is kind of my main platform. But we'll see. I did post a silly TikTok yesterday because there was, like, this one trend that was going around and I got an idea for it. But... I was like, Maybe it doesn't help that my For You page is not like a lot of art stuff. It's just, I think my boyfriend corrupted my For You page. You came by to say hi during break. Hello, I hope work has been good. I hope it's not too tiring. You're gonna watch Gundam? Let me know how it is. Let me know how my my 0 kill mech. Your feet hurt? Oh, my poor boy. Your feet hurt. You can't wait to flex that you're an OG. Oh yeah. Okay, have fun. You can still text me. I'll be around. Ooh, wait, because now I can do this. Yeah. That is true. You can flex as an OG though. You've been here for like a long. I think JL, you showed up the first time back when I was streaming Nier. Do I have any lore? What kind of lore are we talking here? Are you talking like VTuber lore or like life lore? Because in terms of VTuber lore, no. Not very, like... I'm not really one for, reading stories. I'm not very good at them. The kind of lore you said, okay, so life lore. Nothing crazy. I feel like crazy. Fortunately. I feel like anytime I think of lore, I think of like canon events. Learning experiences, maybe. No, that's not how we meant. Yeah. That's not. No? I'll try to think. Try to think and see if I have anything fun. Because I don't have anything like where I was like, I had a cool moment, you know, like that. I think the coolest was like the manga artist, like the artist of my favorite manga, saw my art. And I think also recently the producer for Dragon Stampede saw my like a picture that my friend posted on my cosplay. That's kind of like the biggest things, maybe like that. That kind of like had me like shaking in my boots. So I was like, oh. It wasn't near. I know that you came. I feel like you came in from a raid. Maybe it was probably then. It was either near or another art stream. Because I know like in near like there's a few people that came in around that time. No, that's how I remember. I know that you came here through a raid. I don't remember exactly whose raid it was, but I know it was a raid. but when I was streaming, I know it was honey. Oh, that does sound familiar. I was streaming art. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I remember. I feel like okay, because I remember around the time I was streaming Nair as well sometimes, but I feel like during the stream that Honey raided me, I had technical difficulties and like my tablet was messing with me and I had to restart my like computer. I was like, oh my god. It was either that or it was like Honey came in another time to watch stream. That's what I remember at least. Oh, reminded you. What does that remind you of? Also, I just got this. Let's see. What you were grinding for? Oh yeah, you said you've been grinding. I assumed that you meant work. Like at a job or something, but like... What have you been grinding for, JL? If you don't mind me asking, I know sometimes like when it comes to plans and stuff, it's best to just not say anything until you're done. Until it's all done and dusted. That you can't have anyone jinxing it. Oh, you were talking on the stream. Oh! Hmm. I gotta get back on the stream grind for real, for real. Would be nice if my eyes stopped twitching though. It'll make it a lot easier. Looks like she had like a little bit of a more yellow tone, kind of, on this part of her helmet. I want to see what happens if I go in. Yeah. So, funky brush. Okay, let's go. Ooh, that's like super bright, but I think I can mess with it a little. That's what layer modes are for. There we go. Man. I enjoyed vibing and watching you all the time once I got your notice. I didn't know how to get mod or VIP, so I would just show up in every stream and vibe with you, hoping to get it one day. So the one day I just started streaming and I was like, oh no. I don't have any mods at the moment. I feel like I don't really need mods. And the one person, like, and the people that I have, like, as VIP so far, at least, are, um, like people that I'm, like, really close to in real life. Like, outside of stream. So, yeah. But, JL, I do believe if I happen to somehow, some way, pop off, and, like, you're still around, I do believe that would make you worthy of VIP status. I was actually debating giving it to you, just because of, like, how often you're around. Let me cook. Cook away, my friend. But yeah. You were cooking, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, mods are something that I don't think I'm gonna bother with until later. Yeah. Dogs or cars? I guess you mean cats. Cats. I love dogs, I really do. But I am more of a cat person. I just love cats. Oh my god. They're so, so, so silly to me. Don't get me wrong, dogs are adorable. They're so cute. My cousins have a dog. And like whenever we go visit, I'm not here for my cousins, I'm here for the dog. But I think I don't know, I just think cats are so silly. I have a cat. She is the silliest lady. I can get a picture of her actually. You love big dogs? Big dogs are good. They're so. I think if I was to have a dog, I would like to get a Bernese Mountain Dog. Like, those guys are really big. But my issue is with dogs is that I don't live in, like my living space is not, suited for dogs, especially big ones. And also, my lifestyle is not very suited for dogs. I'm not a very, like, active person. So, that's stuff that, like, it's important to take into account when you're thinking of getting a dog. If you don't have, like, the lifestyle or, like, living space to support getting a dog, it's definitely not a good idea to get one, just because, like, it's just gonna lead to problems. But cats are a lot easier in that regard. Like, you maybe just need, like, a little bit of space for them to play. But, they're just, they just do their own thing. My one thing that I am bad at with cats is, like, cats have, like, boundaries. You know? Like, they very much just want to do their own thing, and, like, you can't harass them too much, or else they'll just leave you, and, like, they might avoid you or something. But like, with my cat, I think I just kind of, like, conditioned her to get used to my harassment. Honestly, my lifestyle is perfect for one, but at the moment I got other things on my mind. That is totally fair, honestly. They're very dogs at least are very high maintenance as well, and high both cats and dogs high cost. Mainly dogs, just because like with dog breeds, they tend to have like health issues specific to that breed. Like each breed will be like, okay, look, you gotta look out for like this problem and this problem and this problem. Whereas with cats, like depend like I'm talking like domestic short hair cat specifically, which I feel like are the most common. But so like with those guys, like maybe you just have to look out for urinary issues in boys. And what I learned recently, you also should look out for like hypertrophic, I think, cardiomyopathy, which apparently you can test for through an ECG. That is what I learned, and I wish I knew that earlier. They'd be taxing on animals. Wow. Let me. Anyways, I found a picture of my cat. You will see my arm here, but that's okay. This is my kitty. Here she is. It's my kitty. This is her, like. She gets very cuddly sometimes. Like, she just loves attention. She's a little gray domestic short hair, and she's 7? I think she's almost 8 actually. She'll be 8 next month. 8 years old, almost. And she's so silly, and she loves food and attention and pets. Yeah, she's just chilling on my arm. Like, she's like, sometimes she does this where she'll like grab my arm. And then like, I'm like, oh, I can't move. 8 next month, yeah! I'm trying to see, can you see her little toe beans? I can't. Let me see if I can find a picture where you can see her toe beans. She's got like big old green eyes. Anyway. She's a bit of a fatty. Yeah, see? She's got mixed toe beans. She got like some pink, some brown. She got like a sort of like a red, like brownish reddish nose and like big green eyes. She loves food. She loves to eat and she loves to sleep and she loves attention. Big kitty, yeah, yeah. She just loves food. Oh my god, I just found a picture. I was like scrolling through like some photos, and I just found one where one time. Okay, so the way that my room is structured is like, I feel like I gotta like draw this out. She loves food and I love spaghetti. Yeah, she just loves food. She's so silly. But anyways, the way that my room is, like, if you were to look at it from like a top-down view, okay? So I have my bed like right here, right? And then there's a little window here. But the thing is about my window is that because we're like kind of halfway underground, because I live like in an apartment, but like my window looks, let's just say like this is my window, and then like this is like the outside, like this is where like the ground level is. But I have this little tiny little window from the outside. It just kind of looks like this, right? Like this is the wall. Does that make sense? I don't know if this makes sense. But there's like a little divot here where sometimes I'll get like leaves and stuff, especially during the fall, or like dirt. But anyways, one time I was hearing, I was just like at my desk, I was drawing, I was doing my thing, and I hear scratching. A whole lot of scratching, a whole lot of rustling, and it was coming from my window, and I was like, huh, that sounds interesting. So I try to go out to look, and this is like in the middle of the night, by the way. Like, it must have been like 2 or 3 in the morning. And, I go and I look, and I can't see anything in the window, and I'm like, okay, it's probably because it's really dark and I have a bit of lights on, like, in my room. So I go and I take my phone's flashlight, I look in the window, and I see fur. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay, this can be a couple of things. At first I was like, okay, is it maybe like a squirrel? Because squirrels are very common where I am. And I was like, no, that's way too big to be a squirrel. And I was like, it could maybe be like it's some sort of wild animal. So it's either a raccoon or a cat. Like a stray cat, or like a cat that got out. And I was like, okay. And I couldn't see like the face, like I couldn't see the head. I only saw like the back. It was just gray fur, like all across the window, or not like just gray. And I was like, okay, I can't see. So I was like, whatever. And I eventually found out it was a raccoon. It was indeed a raccoon. And I got a picture in the morning because that raccoon was still there in the morning. Please. Little raccoon. Now the thing is, this raccoon here that stayed here for a whole night stank up my room so bad. Like, my dad went out to clean the area after, like in the morning, and I was like, hey, like there's a raccoon over there, and like just overnight, because you see like there's like a little gap here. This little gap is how this raccoon got in. Anyways, I told my dad, I was like, hey, so my room stinks, and like this raccoon was in like my window. And he was like, oh shoot, okay, so he went and he had to like clean it all out, and he said it was like full of like poop and whatnot, and I was like, oh no. I think the raccoon had diarrhea. It wasn't like, the poop wasn't like pellets, it's kind of gross. My bro was chill like that. Yeah, I know. We just stayed the entire night, and like those of them like looking straight at me in the morning, and I was like, oh my god, hello, little guy, how you doing? Yeah, and then actually I was kind of upset because I wanted the raccoon to come back, but then my dad ended up actually closing this little gap. And I was like, no! No! That was gonna be like just my little raccoon friend, bro. That was my raccoon friend, my buddy. I was very sad about it. Sometimes though, I do, like before it was closed off, I got squirrels that would like be over here. One time, I had a squirrel here, and okay, there's another gap right here. I think this was after we closed this gap. I'm not really sure, it might have not been, but there's another gap up at the top. But we had a squirrel right here, and this silly little guy was trying so hard to jump up through this gap. And he kept failing. He kept like bumping into like all like the glass and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, this poor little guy is gonna get stuck here in the window forever. Eventually he made his way out. But like I was just sitting there like from my window on the inside just watching. And I was like, oh, this poor little guy. He's just trying his best. I don't think I got a picture of that squirrel though. I mean, the squirrel's an AI, yeah, literally. Yeah, I don't think I got a picture of him. So sad, so sad. I don't know when this was. I don't know if this was before or after the raccoon. I found another picture of my cat. Look at it. Little face. She's so. My cat also hates being picked up. I feel like that's another important tidbit. Except, I pick her up all the time. Much against, like, her will. Like, she's fine. Like, she'll stay. She'll be kind of annoyed at me afterwards, but, like, I'll just, like, pick her up and, like, I'll, like, give her some smooches and then she'll, and then she will leave me alone after for a little bit. Her eyes, yeah, her eyes are, like, more often than not just circles. I feel like if I was to draw my cat, like this one, I would quite literally just draw her like, hang on. I would draw her like circle, ear, circle, like just. Oh my god, no, this is not how I would do it. It's got it, like, her face is like more oval-y. Just. If I'm paying for your cat, you can. Oh my god. Yeah, if you're paying for a cat, it's gonna get picked up. They're so silly and cute, and I love them. I love cuties. I will pick up my own cat. Unfortunately, like, my friends have a cat as well, but she doesn't like to get picked up either, and for her, like, I don't pick her up because that's not my cat. Yeah. But yeah. I would love to pick her up though. I really, like, sometimes I really wanted to pick her up, but I was like, oh, I really shouldn't. That's not my cat. She's just. She's not my cat. But I have wanted to. She's so tiny compared to my cat. Like, my cat is a unit. Like, I am, like, if I'm picking her up, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, squawk, and I'm like, whoo! And then I pick her up. But this cat, like, she's small and she's pretty, like, she's skinny. And, like, so she's so tiny. Like, sometimes I look at her and I'm like, oh my god, you are so small. But my cat's so large. She's not like the largest cat. Like, there are definitely bigger cats. But she's just got a little bit of a belly. Small little thing. Yeah. I definitely have pictures of this other cat. Let me see. I'm sure, like, my friends won't mind showing her on stream. But, let me see if I can. Gray Garfield. That's my cat. My cat is Gray Garfield. Truly. She loves cake. And she loves sugar. And I'm just like, oh my god. Now, the other thing about this, like, my friend's cat, is that she does not like to sit still at all. So it's so hard to get a picture of her where she is, like, just sitting. Because she's always, like, moving. If she's, like, sitting in some place, like, if the rest of her body doesn't move, her head is moving. And I'm like, girl, I need you to sit still for 2 seconds while my camera decides to, like, take the picture. Please. She's insane. She's a little bit of a crazy lady. She likes to, like, peek around walls, but... Let me see. I still, like, see, all this time I'm looking for a picture that's not blurry. What if let me go to my actual gallery. Hyper scary cat. She's so hyper. She just has a lot of energy. Oh, here we go. I think this picture. I'm like sending it to myself from my phone. Should be in here. Copy image. That's my hand over there, but here she is. See, like she's like a little far away, but she's a good size for her age. But I just think to me, she is so small because I'm so used to my cat. But yeah, she's got like greenish yellowish eyes. Loki hella small. Yeah, she's younger as well though. She's how old is she? Trying to think. I want to say like 4 or 5. This cat looks mean. Oh my gosh. She likes people. She likes people, but she also likes her own space. Like, she's the kind of cat that if you chase her and like you try to like pet her, she won't give you the time of day. Like, she has to come up to you and like she has to like ask for it from you. That's kind of my experience with this cat. So very different from my cat, where like for my cat, like if I go up to her and I just start petting her, she will just flop over and just let me for hours and hours until she gets hungry. She gets hungry until she wants to go and eat. But with my friend's cat, it's a different story. But she is like, yeah, again, like I said, she does like people though. Both cats like people. Just in their different ways. My cat will flop over for like whoever. But this cat is a little different. She's not much of a flopper. Sometimes like she'll lay on her side. She likes to be pet from her side. The hunger calls always. With my cat, always. Oh my god. Sometimes it's like really bad. Like she'll eat too fast. And I'm like, girl, no. Like I had to get her a slow feeder bowl. Because I was like, she is eating way too fast to the point that like she's throwing up. And if she's throwing up after eating, that means she's too fast. She's eating too much too quickly. And her little body can't keep up with it. So I had to... Yeah, she needs to chill. I know. She's so... she's so aggressive with it. I'm like, oh, enough. You act like... She acts like we don't feed her sometimes. And I'm like, it's not true. We feed you a normal amount, thank you very much. Ah, yeah. That's my cat. A little gray Garfield. Oh my god. I feel like now, like, if I ever tell anybody that you called her Gray Garfield, like, that's what people are gonna start calling her. I feel like that's something that can catch on. I can already hear the laugh. The laughs after saying okay, someone on my stream called her Gray Garfield. It's crazy, right? Yeah, no. I think the main person that I think would absolutely laugh at me and like start calling her that is that like he was on stream, he was like here earlier in like chat, but I think his lunch break is almost over. But he would call her fat. He would call her Great Garfield. Oh, I wanted to get somebody's reaction. Wait, is my brother awake? Wait, let me text my brother. I think he's awake. No, he's not awake. Shoot. It's been, yeah, 2.5 hours and I didn't get much done, probably because I spent like a good amount of time yapping about my cats, which like, it's okay. It's fine. She deserves to be yapped about, in my humble opinion. Yeah, oh my god, it's already like 1 a.m. I feel okay though, so I think I'm gonna keep going for a while longer. We both had our yap sesh, yeah. I'll know it's time to stop when I start to feel sick. That's how I know that I've been up for too long. I start to feel like nauseous. You might pass out randomly, that's okay. You need your rest. Are you using I think you were also Eastern time zone. Or like you were maybe like trying to remember, but that's okay. Don't even worry. It is late. Yeah, you are Eastern. Okay, so we're the same time zone. Yeah. 1:19 a.m. Woohoo! It is late. But that's okay. I knew this was gonna be a late night stream. You've been up since 7? Oh my god. What were you... Why? I'm like a late riser. So every time I hear someone say like, oh, I've been up like it's for so long, I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? Do you hate yourself? But no, no, no. No, 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 no. I woke up very late today. To be fair. Later than normal. I think. 1 p.m. maybe? Something like that. Honestly, I don't know, it's crazy because I went to sleep late last night as well. Yeah, me too. I also went to sleep very late last night. Sometimes it's like that though, like your body just wakes up automatically at one point and you're like, well, I guess this is my life now. I've been working out for hours when you get up and start your day. That is... Oh, okay, that's fair. I feel like a lot of people... Morning workouts, I feel like, are what a lot of people do. It kind of wakes you up a little. Maybe. I don't know. I, unfortunately, am not one for exercise. I feel like I should. I got a walking pad to maybe, encourage that a little bit, like especially while I'm like still at home or like in the winter or something, just to encourage some movement. But I've been very bad at using it. Need to get better. I was thinking about pulling it out today, but then I was just like, I don't have the energy. The thing is, it's very easy to use the walking pad and just kind of think that you're on it. The only reason why I exercise is because it was like, why not? That's fair. I mean, exercise is really good for you. So it really is, yeah, like, why not, right? It's just, I don't know. I've never been a fan of, like, the feeling, I guess. Some people really love the feeling. Like, after they exercise, or, like, while they're exercising and stuff, they're like, yeah, I love, like, the burn and stuff, like, the lactic acid, and I'm like, no. I absolutely hate it. And sometimes for me, like, if I go to, like, or a lot of times I'll start feeling like, oh, look, I like start tasting blood. And I'm like, I don't like that. I'm not a fan. That's how you know that it's really bad. Like, I'm just not fit at all. Which is not good. That's not good. To anybody watching, do not follow my example. Follow JL's example. Get your exercise. Sometimes I've debated, like, going to a gym, but I don't have anyone to go with. Like, the friends that I would consider asking are not, they don't live nearby. So I'm just like, well, I'll just be here. I do love the burn. This might be weird to say, but I also love the pain after finishing long hours such because you know you're doing everything right. That is fair. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like enjoy that. Like they love the feeling. I had a friend who like in high school, like she was like just like starting to go to the gym and stuff. And like just starting to really get into exercise, and she's still like, you know, to this day, like she's still really loves like running, loves going to the gym. And she was always saying like, oh, like it feels so good after. She just loves like the feeling of it. And I was like, I love that for you, but I think we will have to agree to disagree. I need to. I should exercise more. I really should. Not even like just for like just for like health reasons. Because my stamina is ass. Like one time I think I ran for like not even a minute. Not even a minute. I ran like from a car to like a change room to drop something off. And my heart rate was so high right after. I was like, oh my god. Or it's a little embarrassing to admit, but sometimes if I take the stairs, like after taking the stairs, I'm like out of breath. And I'm like, hey bro, give me a second, I gotta catch my breath here. Oh no, it's bad. When I was younger, my stamina was better, but that's because I was doing a lot of sports. On this life, I don't find that as something to look down on. Yeah, that is fair. I don't think you, like, it's right to look down on people for that. Like, you know, everybody has their lives and stuff, and you never know what someone may be going through, and, like, what can lead to, like, their reasons of, exercising versus not, but yeah. I feel like I did too much with the rust on her helmet. I'm like looking at it all together. I mean, it might have. It's kind of okay. Maybe if I turn this into a multiply layer, and then I can. Oh no, wait. Instead of turning it into a multiply layer, let me first of all fix these lines. Everyone can do whatever they want and live however they want to, so there's no reason to judge just because you don't do something that they do. That is very true. Very, very true. Everybody just, yeah, everybody has different things that they enjoy. And just different things that, like, different preferences, you know? Yeah, just keep the vibes going. That is fair. I do admire people who, like, enjoy exercise. It's a very, like, good trait to have. I'll run so others can walk. Yeah, fair. What's this one? There we go. I'm gonna, like, bring out this detailing a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I think I have to either tone down the rust in, like, this, like, funky area, or, add some light, like I did here at the top of the helmet. And I have a feeling it's going to be adding light at the top of the helmet based off of the reference that I'm looking at. Maybe. Let's find out. Let's find out. Just like a bit like here. And like a little, a little bit like, Perhaps? Perhaps? If I go in and like erase parts of it. Okay, yeah. I think that helped a little bit. Now if I go in... The issue is with this brush is that it's gonna be so small that like the lines won't even be like visible, so I may just go in with like a regular good old reliable rendering brush that I normally use. Just kinda go over some of that rust area. Okay. Maybe instead of that part, I could have gone in on a normal layer with this color. Maybe. I think I do like it more without the oops. Okay. We're getting somewhere, I think. I feel like I'm gonna be relying on gradient maps after I'm done to save my ass. But when do I not, to be honest? It's hard to say. I feel like when it comes to these kinds of textures, it's like, less is more, but also you can't have too little, or else then it just looks weird. You know? But I feel like what's also throwing this off is the fact that I don't have like the rest of her rendered just yet. So it's hard to say completely whether or not the helmet looks out of place, but I think it's okay. Worst case, I can always go back. I'm trying to find what layer I was starting on for this. I guess I could start here. And then I'm gonna pick all of the wing stuff. Oops. Had the wrong type of lasso selected. I had to deselect lasso. This is where I will have to hydrate. I've been talking so much and like not taking a sip of water. So I don't hydrate. I should be grateful that a certain somebody isn't here to hit me with like 5 hydrate redeems. Okay, let's see. So we're at the wings now. It's the part that I was kind of saving because I knew it was gonna be annoying. Ugh. Do I want to deal with this at like almost 2 more? Fine. I may call it. I feel like with my throat getting like this, like it's like the dehydration already getting me. And now my neck is sore. From shrimping. That I may call it for tonight in terms of drawing. So yeah, we made some progress. A little. It was literally like today I only worked on the helmet. I think all I did was like I drew the detailing on the top and then I like rendered this top part of her helmet minus the wing. So like for 3 hours, I'm not gonna lie, this was not that much work done because I did spend a lot of it yapping and just staring horror at my references. But I do think I'm at the point also where I need to sleep on how I did it. I need to sleep on it and then come back to it tomorrow and be like, okay, do I like this still? Or like, do I wanna change something, you know? And yeah, and then after the helmet, I still have to do her outfit, like her clothes, and I have to add in more details in her clothes because there's parts that I just didn't draw because I was like, I'm just gonna add them in like the rendering stage. And then I have to do her hair, and I already know that this is going to take me a hot second just because I'm already slow enough with like clothes and like what faces and whatever as is, but hair is the one thing that notoriously takes me a long time to render. And I also have to figure out how to do her arm and the background. We got our work cut out for us, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Anyways, with that, I will end the stream. So, thank you all for coming and chatting as I tried to remember how to render. And I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye!